Jesse here at EC Auto Repair. So excited you guys are joining me on this bright sunny day. Transmissions and CVT transmissions on top of that. So what does CVT stand for? So you've heard me, you've seen me. Maybe we're just shooting a new video because the technology is continually evolving, continually changing. So CVT is a constant velocity transmission. So basically there's a chain in there, there's a variable sheave in there, and there's another variable sheave in there, and that's the biggest parts of your CVT transmission. CVT transmissions up until now, especially on like a Nissan Sentra, even the Chrysler products such as this one right here, the CVT transmissions have not proved to be reliable. They seem to fail prematurely. We actually put a transmission in this one at 66,000 miles. That's actually when I became the owner of this vehicle, was at 66,000 miles because it needed transmission. And the client that owned the vehicle at the time decided that she was done with the Chrysler Jeep Renegade. She didn't like the Jeep Renegade. And then the fact that now it needs a CVT transmission, and CVT transmissions are not what some people would call cheap. Some people would call them expensive transmissions. They generally run anywhere north of $7,000 to $9,500 parts and labor to do a CVT. But as you can see, if you come, I'm going to invite you to join me over here. You can come over here and look. But obviously this is the engine, everything underneath here, and over there is the CVT transmission. So yes, they're small. Yes, they're compact. Yes, they don't hold much oil. So therefore they don't take much oil. So therefore, the oil can run at some pretty high temperatures. Most of them have an external oil cooler too to help them cool. It's either cooled with the antifreeze from the vehicle, or it's air cooled, or it's a combination of both. But as you'll notice on this 2016 Jeep Renegade, there's no dipstick. There's no way to check the fluid. There's no way to know anything about your fluid. If you was to look it up in the owner's manual, the owner's manual is going to tell you this is a lifetime transmission. Well, obviously they must not have wanted the vehicle to have a life beyond 66,000 miles, since that's when this one failed, right? So So the question then comes up, question that I get a lot is, well, what is the lifetime of the transmission? Why is it a lifetime fluid? The transmission can be serviced, the fluid can be exchanged. We're generally going to do a drain and fill. We're going to do, some of them we're able to do a flush on, some of them we're just able to do a drain and fill. There is a way to service the fluid in them, and I'm telling you, that is the integrity of that transmission, is the fluid. So because it runs at a hotter temperature, and because it is not tolerant of any debris at all within it, then we're going to recommend doing a CVT transmission service of some sort every 30,000 miles maximum. That's the way to maintain the maximum life out of these. The Nissan Sentras was totally junk transmissions. They just didn't last well. These were junk. They didn't last well. Honda's got some in some of their later model cars that are having very good results, right? However, that fluid still needs serviced. So some people are saying, well, is there a filter on it? Do I need to drop the pin and change the filter? Different things like that. More often than not, and I can't speak for every single make and every single model, but more often than not, it's not a filter in them anymore. It's simply a screen. It's a suction screen. And honestly, what we've been taught at some of our training classes, when we go to classes on these, is don't drop the pan, because you introduce more contaminants into it than if you just do a drain and fill or a flush. And so that's the law that we live by. The main thing to get out of this is, if you have a vehicle that has a CVT transmission, then you should be aware that you need to service that every 30,000 miles maximum. Now, I'm going to also stress to use the BG CVT transmission oil. BG has a breaking down point at a lot higher temperatures than, say, Valvoline or import direct or some other motor or synthetic oils that are on the market, the CVT oils that are on the market. That's why we recommend the BG. We're going to also put a conditioner in there that prevents debris buildup, that cleans all that out, that just really goes the extra mile. It's basically the equivalent of putting conditioner in your hair after you've shampooed, right? We're gonna put conditioner in your transmission because it just makes everything work better, just like with your hair. And you can tell that I'm an expert on hair, right? Because of the abundance of it that I have. So yeah, hope this helps. But hear me. So great question. How do I know if I have a CVT transmission in my vehicle? Well, that's a great question. Perhaps your owner's manual will tell you, but seriously, you can just do a Google search. Does my 2016 Jeep Renegade what kind of transmission does it have in it? And it'll tell you. Some vehicles have 2 or 3 different models, but all of them could be CVTs. There might be some out there that have both different models, I'm not sure. But that being said, just Google it, figure out which one you got. If you still don't figure it out, bring it to a shop, bring it to me. I'll check it out for you, let you know what you got. And I'll see you in the very next video.